Okay, welcome back to my channel. How are we all doing today? I just want to go through this post made by Sahara Reporter about gunmen, kidnapping two Catholic priests in Adamawa. People that knows what is going on in Nigeria will understand that this is not just a strange thing. It has been a kind of a culture because kidnapping and terrorism, attack, buying of people, rituals, name them, is now a culture of security in our kidnappers in Nigeria. Everybody is going through all this nonsense. But why I'm writing to this is because as a Christian, you need to feel the pain somehow, because not only because it happened to a Catholic priest, but it happened to a human being, of course. But is are we going to learn anything from that? Like, as a Christian, are we going to learn anything from this? Of course not. We are here when a lady that was preaching in Abuja was being destroyed by people who claim that she have committed a kind of blasphemy against the Islamic faith. Then we are here also when the Deborah own happened. It's not gonna end, and kidnapping, like I said, has become a normal thing everywhere in Nigeria. Kidnapping here in the west, kidnapping there in the south, kidnapping there in the east. No place, of course, not is their home base. No place is safe. The question is, what is the role of Catholic or Pentecostals of any Orthodox church, or you may say can, who represent Christian faith as of today in Nigeria? What is their duty? What are they doing to make sure that this kind of thing will stop? You see, people who know that Christians are well targeted in the north. Christians are well targeted in every corner of Nigeria. That's just a fact. Not only in the north. They will understand what I'm saying. People understand that the kidnappers, their target is always rich people, not for poor people. At the initial stage, it was like their target was foreigners, expatriates who came to Nigeria to do some job, maybe working in oil company, share and all that. They will kidnap them and ask for some ransom and all that. Very, very, very bad behavior. Then they move from that to another thing, which is okay, kidnapping the Nigerians that I felt that has money. They will kidnap them, and that one is not enough. They graduate from that, targeting parents of superstars or footballers or actresses, rich people, wealthy people. Their parent was a target. Now they are now kidnapping even the poor, because human organ is what some of them are, they're interested about that. To kidnap them. When they kidnap poor people, they don't even ask for ransom. What they do is that you won't hear anything about them. They will dismember their body and take something they want from that and decompose the body, maybe put it in refuse. But that is something we need to actually talk about. Why? Because you don't know the victim that you're going to be tomorrow. I asked a question. What is role of Khan? Khan have not done anything, to me, to the best of my knowledge, meaningful to at least to stop this kind of thing. The preachings in the churches is totally different from what the society is giving them. Why do I say so? You go to a church, they will tell you that when they slap you one cheek, turn the other cheek. When you see that we are one and this and that, then their Muslim counterpart will be telling them different things in the mosque. And when they come out, who is gonna face it? Your guess is as good as mine. Now, few years ago, even I think last year or last 2 years, there was this news that Catholic seminarian was kidnapped, and the priest, of course. Almost every now and then we do hear that. The question is, why are they not kidnapping a imam? Maybe you said there is stories that like that, but don't blame me because I did not see that. But the only thing is that Christianity in Nigeria are there for a take, and Fulani people know that very, very well. Not only Fulanis are kidnappers. That's just the fact. But when you hear, you know, kidnapping in Adamawa, in Meduguri, in those areas, they are all done carried out by Fulanis. But sometimes we still have some percentage of kidnapping cases elsewhere. But if you track it or trace it, you find out that it's also Fulani related. The same thing going on in the north is what they're pushing to bring in the south. Khan may pretend they don't see that because they don't want to be considered as a preacher of war or to challenge caliphate. But the one thing they forgot is that it is two priests today. It could be bishop tomorrow. So or cardinal. If you ignore to do what you're supposed to do, you may end up regretting everything because nobody is going to do it for you. What do you think people need to do to stop this kidnapping? My people, before we further this issue, I want to like the video. Maybe you have not liked the video and subscribe to the channel. Just take your time now and click on like button while we discuss the issue at hand, which is kidnapping, because it's a thing of worry. It shows concern to everybody, unless if you're not human. Nobody in his or her right senses we say no, don't worry, nothing's happening. We can know, because there are series of people, victims, those who made it alive, those who couldn't make it alive, and the ransom is second to none. The cheapest is 8-10 million as of now. So please, let us trade with caution. Then I will advise the Christian society, to step up and avoid being cowardic. Cowardice are people who don't fight what is fighting them, and they choose to pretend they're following the step of Jesus. Because following the step of Jesus does not mean cowardic life. That's why you need to. I don't want anybody to validate that, but that's what it is. You see, people who understand what is going on and who knows what is playing out will never be, allowed to be deceived. So if you are in maybe you are trying to travel to Nigeria, or you are already in Nigeria, what do you think that you should do to protect yourself? What do you think that you should do to avoid being kidnapped? What is the best way? Because Khan are not doing enough. They are not doing enough. People's lives are in danger. If you allow yourself, you'll be a victim. Then if you're actually trying to do something, the same people can, and churches, they will tell you, no, leave the vengeance is for God. Vengeance is for God, but you have to protect yourself. That's why you have hand, you have brain, you have all your sense organ working for you to see how you can protect and preserve your life. But people don't want to do that. They choose to wait until they feed them everything, give them everything, do it the way you want. The government cannot help you. In fact, in Nigeria, as of today, nobody can beat his or her chest and say, look, my state governor, my government will protect and preserve my life. No. Why? Because the agenda of this insecurity is a lucrative business for them. They all have one or two link up to this nonsense. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about politicians and those wealthy people. They have one or two connection about it. So the only thing one can do is to make sure that you get everything that you can do. Just do your best and protect yourself, nothing more. Because if you wait for government, you will lose your life without knowing that your life is vulnerable. The two priests that is in the news may make it out, because if they demand for money, that money people could gather around and pay them the amount of money they deserved, or they requested, not they deserved. Nobody deserved to pay any kidnapper, to be honest, or even work as a kidnapper. But the situation calls for that. You have to follow suit. Otherwise, they will kidnap everybody one by one, like in the word of T.Y. Danjuma, that if you don't do something to stop these people. They're gonna, take your land, and they're gonna buy you one by one. So please let us bear in mind that we are not here to preach for violence or to promote any negativity. We are trying to set the record straight. Please, before you go, like the video, like I said, share it and tell us where you're watching from. God bless you, and bye bye for now.